Most businesses are bleeding money every single day. Not because they don't have enough leads, actually because they don't follow up. Imagine this, 100 leads come in and 80 of them never get a call back. That's 80 missed deals. What if I told you that there is a way to recover your lost opportunities automatically without hiring a single salesperson? In this video, I'll show you exactly how to package your AI voice agent into an irresistible offer that books appointments 24/7 for your clients and makes you the most valuable partnership which your partner has considered of. So if you're interested, stay tuned, because at the end of the video, I also show you how to get the document with the extra information and knowledge regarding this topic. Let's dive into the video. What's going on, guys? This is Ash here, like always, from CloserX. So in today's video, I have selected 6 different topics for this video so you can consume it in a better way. And keep in mind which you will be provided with this document that I'm going to show you in a second at the end of the video, which you can also consume more and extra knowledge regarding this topic. So without wasting any time, let's get into the actual video and breaking down what's going on. So there are 7 different topics that I'm going to be covering in this video. So basically, I'm going to tell you how to build a successful service-based business for your AI agency. The topics are going to be starting from the foundation of your business. What are you actually selling? This is the most and essential things of your service-based business. The second thing is that your niche selection is really important and impactful of how you get clients. You're gonna find your 5-figure clients and stick to them, and you don't have to be general in terms of the industry that you are gonna be basically doing the services for. And after that, on the part 3, I have prepared you the offer creation, basically the packaging of your service. I'm gonna tell you how to package and frame your service to basically make it more sellable and basically stuff like that. So at the next part, I've talked about the positioning and how to stand out in the market. And next thing, we have the pricing strategy. And at last, we have the framing for your offer to look like a professional in your business. And at last, I'm gonna basically give you the key takeaways of this video so you can actually do a quick summarization and a recap over the whole video. So without wasting any time, let's get into the whole thing. So I've prepared, like always, I've prepared a great looking chart for you, starting from the first topic, which is the foundation, what you're actually selling, right? So what you're actually selling, you're selling an AI technology. Client cares about tech features and business outcomes. So which one is actually more important? The tech features are not going to be important. Let's say you have the greatest technology out of the furthest galaxy inside of the whole universe. So that doesn't really matter. The client is not interested in that type of thing. The thing that matters is the results, the business outcomes. You have to focus on the results. So which outcome you have to be more focused on? We are talking about appointment booking rates. We are talking about the lead qualification and follow-up. We are talking about never missing a deal again, which basically is what an AI automation service focuses on. So basically, you have to cover these 3 most important topics as the results and the ROI that you're bringing for your basically client. So as you can see, you have to basically be framing yourself to show the client that you are most likely going to increase their booking rate up to 20% more without additional staff. You have to be qualifying leads and follow up automatically 24/7 without again having any extra sales rep. And at last, you have to ensure you never miss a potential business opportunity, because this is AI and it's working 24/7. Moving on to the next topic, we have the filter questions, which is basically how you are going to land your first client. Let's get into them. So basically, you have to first ask the client, or even ask yourself, if they rely on appointments. So if yes, you go to the next question. If not, then you have to actually select between these top 2 tier niches for your AI agency. So first of all, let me just go through the qualification questions, which you have to ask your clients. Then we can relate after, so we can understand which tier of niches are better for you to target. So let's say they rely on appointments. Yes. Let's say they handle inbound leads and have missed calls. And yes, let's say they have ROI which could be improved. And at last, let's say they have at least $500 to $2,000 of budget. So if all of those lead to a yes, then you have to go for the tier 1 niches, which are real estate, solar, insurance, automobiles, and medical and dental clinics, which are the tier 1 niches for launching your AI agency. If any of those questions get a no from your client, then you have to go for the tier 2 niches, which are going to be agencies such as marketing agencies or any kind of agencies that you could think of, gyms, or even the education industry. So these are going to be the tier 2 niches, unless you find something else that fits into these 2 categories with the same structure, which are going to be based on these 4 different qualification questions. So this is exactly what I was talking about. So just for a quick recap, you have to see if they are appointment reliance, if they have lead handling, if they have proof for ROI increasing, and also if they have the budget. So you can actually decide based on this if you could enter the tier 2 niches. So tier 1 actually I'm talking about. So moving on to the next part, we have the offer creation. In this part, I'm going to tell you how to create an irresistible offer so your clients cannot resist to ignore your offer. So first of all, we have the core promise of your offer. Let's say you're targeting any kind of niche, let's say dental. So you have to be like, we're going to help dental clinics book more appointments with our voice agent. So this is basically the core promise that you're offering using AI voice agents, right? And at the next part, we have the vehicle that you're using. So the vehicle that you're going to be using is AI agents which talk like humans, follow scripts, book into calendars 24/7, and also do follow-ups and every kind of thing that you could think of. So this is also going to be the vehicle that runs your business, which you are going to be also sharing the ride with your partner, right? So moving on to the next part, we have the offer stack. You have to basically offer the setup, you have to offer custom scripts, you have to offer CRM integrations such as Go High Level, such as Zoho, or any kind of CRM that you could think of. And also you have to support reporting systems inside of your system, inside of your AI calling service, such as summarized calls, call recordings from your, basically, as I've said here, call recordings from the past calls with your client and stuff like that. And at last, you have to basically guarantee the service which you are offering. So just for a quick recap, you have to define the core promise, which you have to clearly state the value proposition in one sentence. And at the next part, you have to explain the unique vehicle, describe the mechanism that sets your service apart. And at last, you have to build the offer stack and create the package offer, which the offer stack adds the value with complementary services, and also packaging the offer combines elements into a compelling package, as you can see right here. So moving on to the next part, this is going to be basically how to stand out in the market. So it's just 3 different things that you are going to use to stand out in the market. You have to lead with ROI. You're going to talk numbers. You're not just going to show them this and that, and hey, this is my AI, this is my voice agent, this is going to bring this for you, this is going to bring that. None of that. Basically, you have to focus on numbers. You have to show them that this is going to bring them more ROI. The ROI of their business is going to be going upwards. And also you have to borrow credibility, which I'm going to tell you what does that mean. And at last, you have to basically simplify the sales. So I'm going to get more into details for these 3 different topics. So leading with ROI, what I mean by that is basically, let's say you have double booked jobs in 60 days. What does that mean? That basically means that you are going to increase more appointments, which that's obviously going to lead into more ROI and more clients. What I mean by borrowing credibility, you're actually using our stats from our own agency, CloserX.ai. I'm sorry for that, which are proven actually results, and this is basically going to be your borrowed credibility. And at last, simplifying your sales, basically you're giving the leads, we call, you get the appointments. That's it. You give the lead, we call, you get the appointments. As simple as that. It's a really, really simple funnel. You just do the marketing and you get the appointments, and we just do the back end. That's it. So moving on to the next part, because number 4 was a really small part, we have the pricing model. So we have actually 3 different pricing models. Either you could go with subscription models, or you could do per appointment models, or you could actually do the hybrid model. So I'm going to explain more of these 3 different topics. So what I mean by a subscription model. A subscription model is basically providing recurring income with a fixed monthly fee and included service. So what are the pros of a subscription model? Basically, first of all, let me explain to you what could you go for the numbers. So for the subscription model, you could charge like $1,000 for the setup and also up to $500 per month for the subscription model. What are the pros and what are the cons? Let me tell you. So the pros of this business model, actually the pricing model, is going to be predictable revenue, easier budgeting, and also higher upfront commitment because you're actually charging setup fees. What are the cons? The cons are going to be basically you have to have higher initial cost because you're already paying a subscription yourself. You may deter price sensitive clients. And basically, the client perception of this model is going to be a professional and premium, also good for stable usage clients. So these are also going to be the client perception. So moving on to the next model, we have the per lead or per appointment model, which means which basically is you offering flexibility with charges based on booked appointments, not the appointments that are not the calls that didn't lead to a booked appointment. So what are the pros and cons again? So first of all, we have the pros, which you are going to have low upfront costs. You pay only for what you use. This basically is pay per usage, and also it's attractive to low volume clients. What are the cons? Revenue is going to be less predictable. It can be more expensive if volume grows because the more calls you make and the less appointments you book, obviously doesn't make sense. It's going to be less profitable. And here we have the client perceptions, which are going to be flexible and fair pricing and also good for occasional users, not the premium users and the stable usage clients like the subscription model. At last, we have the hybrid model, which I just forgot to tell you. You could start with $30 to $50 per appointment for this model, which would be the appointment model. So at last, we have the hybrid model, which you could start with a cost of $500 for the setup and also $300 for monthly subscription, and also $10 to $20 per appointment, which is the most logical numbers you could go with. So the pros we have for this model, which is the hybrid model, which as you can see are going to be balanced, fixed, and variable costs, because obviously you have the mix of subscription model and predictable costs and profits, and also the variable costs of the per appointment model. So next thing, we have the lower monthly subscription, and also at last we have the scalability per usage. So what are the cons for this model? You're going to have a more complex pricing structure because obviously a hybrid model, you're trying to mix up 2 different pricing models inside of one model. So the setup fee also might be still determined by actually differentiated between some clients. So that's also relatable. And what are the client perceptions? It's going to be flexible yet committed, and also attractive to growing businesses like startups or any kind of business that just started and they are planning to scale and grow. So that's one of the most important things about the pricing model, which you could actually read more about it inside of the document and actually understand yourself better. So at last, we have the framing of the offer. Let me just write that, the framing of the offer. You are going to frame yourself as an AI appointment setter service, which calls, texts, books leads, qualifies leads, follow-ups with leads 24/7 without a coffee break. It never sleeps, it never complains, it costs less than coffee. And also make sure to always, in the demo of your basically closing part, or whatever you call it, your pitch deck, make sure to always include a 15-second AI call for your client, because it leads to 5 times easier sales process. And that's going to lead you to closing your first deal with your first client. So That's about it, guys. Thank you for watching this video. And that's about it, guys. Thank you for watching this video. Now that your offer is locked in, it's time to fill your pipeline. In the next module, we'll dive into lead generation and client closing, the exact outreach scripts, automation funnels, and closing strategies to basically be the top 1% in AI agencies that are using these kind of funnels to land clients every week. Thanks for watching this video. Like always, this was Ashir, and see you in the next one. Peace out for now.